Today I'm going to tackle selectively changing colors in Photoshop. I'm doing it with this image here, and this is actually the final image. And as you can see, I changed the background to black, and then I also changed the colors of the cookies because I didn't think that the cookies kind of went with my branding, but these were the color of the cookies that I could buy. So you may need to do this because sometimes colors don't photograph correctly, and you may need to change the color a little bit to make it appear the way it actually is. I'm going to be doing this using a hue saturation adjustment layer. So I'm going to go to my adjustment layers and I'm going to click hue saturation. Now you can change the hue and saturation here, but as you can see, it's going to change all of the colors of your entire image. And so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to click here where it says master. And I'm actually going to, first we're going to tackle this background. I'm going to start with the blues. I'm going to lower the saturation of the blues. And I'm also going to lower the lightness. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the cyans. I'm going to lower the saturation. And then I'm going to lower the lightness. That is making the background black. And when I get it where I want it, now I'm going to work on these cookies. So I'm going to add another hue saturation adjustment layer. I'm going to go into the reds, and I'm going to use this slider here. You can see that it's just changing the color of the reds. So I can get the reds where I want them. I can make them a little lighter if I don't like how bright they are. And I can play with this until I get the color the way I want it. Now that I have the colors the way I want them, I'm going to press Command Option Shift E, and that's going to make a flat layer. So I'm going to use this flat layer. I'm going to expand my background here, and I'm using the rectangular marquee tool. I'm selecting this area here where I want it to be filled in, and now I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to Fill, and I'm going to go to Content Aware. And so this should fill it in mostly, so I don't have a lot of work to do. Let Photoshop do most of the work. So that did a pretty good job of filling it in. You can see I still have a little bit of an area here. So I'm going to add a new layer above this. I'm going to select my brush tool, and I'm going to press I on my keyboard, and I'm going to sample this color here, and now I'm just going to paint over with that color. And I went a little bit too high up there, so I'll just add a mask here. Switch my brush over to black, and we'll just paint that off there. And then I also need to expand up here, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to sample this color by pressing I on my keyboard. Now I'm going to paint up here and smooth that out. And now I want to expand this table, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use my brush. I'm going to sample the color here, and then I'm going to paint over this and blend that in. Now what I want to do, I'm going to make another flat layer, and I'm going to crop this, and I'm going to fix my crop. I actually think it'll look a little bit better if I move this up a little bit. So I'm just kind of changing kind of the perspective of the image, and I'm going to check this where it says Content Aware, and I'm going to press the check mark. And you can see that Photoshop did the work for me in changing that crop to the way I want it. So now all I have to do is go ahead and save this image. So I hope that that was helpful to you, and I hope you learned a lot of helpful little tools in Photoshop. Bye!